And so now I'm going to tell you about how to get branded right now. Right now, I'm going to tell you how to get branded. And here we go. Here we go. Get ready. Get ready to take lots and lots of notes because this is the most startling thing that you will ever see or hear. Take lots of notes right now.
Of people from all over the world have come to know success and personal fulfillment on a grand scale. Thanks to the teachings and dedication of this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raymond Aaron.
Exciting and motivating audiences everywhere into action with his unique insight and life-changing strategies. He has helped many people from many different walks of life take conscious control of their lives, enabling them to double or even quadruple their income doing what they love.
When you're doing what you love, your light shines so brightly that other people are attracted to you.
He's Raymond Aaron, a New York Times best-selling author and creator of the monthly mentor program, one of the most innovative and effective goal-setting programs ever developed. He has been listed in the Who's Who and has appeared on numerous radio and television programs during that time, sharing his vision and his wisdom. Raymond's success can be attributed to the many years of collective wisdom from various mentors and associates, as well as his own life-tested techniques. Techniques that have helped hundreds of thousands achieve their dreams. Techniques he himself uses in his daily life.
He models what he teaches. He's done it, he models it, and that shows through.
He lives his mission. He really is deeply committed to people having their dreams come true.
Raymond Aaron is well known and respected by celebrity mentors and entrepreneurs throughout the country.
My life completely changed when I met Raymond Aaron because Raymond could take the best of what I had to offer the world and give me a model by which to touch the world to a greater degree and live more abundantly.
The one thing about Raymond's program is that Raymond underpromises and over-delivers. And I say that about almost no one. He has a great program, and I highly recommend it to you.
He is just a sweet, sweet human being. And whenever I say that, sweet human being, I want you to get, he's sweet and powerful. He's fun and serious. He's playful and profound. It's the full package.
What I love most about Raymond is that he is absolutely dedicated to making his life the best life it can be and making your life the best life it can be and creating as much fulfillment on this planet as there can be. He is absolutely caring. He's got a brilliant mind. He is wonderful at structuring great programs, but it's really his heart that's leading the way.
Raymond wants to help you achieve the same level of success as these people, as he has for thousands of others. These others started out just like everyone here, and through Raymond's methods, you'll learn not only to become successful, but to do it efficiently and quickly. Please welcome Raymond Aaron.
Okay, that's enough about me. Let's talk about you. How much do you earn? Now, I'm not, please don't put it in the chat. But when I ask my friends, they all say way more than they think anyone deserves. When I ask typical members of the audience, they always say much less than I deserve. What's the difference? Why do my friends earn more than they think anyone deserves? And the typical person in the audience earns less than they think they deserve. What's the difference? And the answer is coming up very, very soon. Are you ready for a huge change to have far higher income? Do you want to be in the top 1%? The top 1% is 300,000 US dollars a year, 300,000 pounds sterling a year, 300,000 euro a year, 300,000 Swiss francs a year. 300,000 is the magic number. And it's easy to get there when you're branded. In fact, I blow past that number by the 3rd or 4th week of January every year. Why aren't you earning that effortlessly? And the answer is coming up very, very soon. You might say, Raymond, what is your income? And I won't tell you, but I'll tell you the best I ever did. I earned $1 million in a 90-minute speech. $1 million. There's only 9 people in the world who have ever done that. Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, a half a dozen others, and me. Why? Because I'm branded. Money flows effortlessly to people who are branded. And if you're not branded, life will seem unfair to you. If you're not branded, life will seem wildly unfair to you. You must climb the 4-rung ladder of wealth. If you have not started taking notes yet, you'd better start taking notes right now, because this is critically important. The information I'm delivering right now is so critical to your financial health, to your income, to your ability to access income effortlessly. How many rungs? 4 rungs. The first rung is visibility. Everyone who's wealthier than you is more visible than you. The second rung is credibility, which means people liking you. The people who are wealthier than you are more credible than you. They're liked by more people than you. Now, here's the good news. If you have visibility and credibility, you cannot stop the wealth from coming in. If you have visibility and credibility, you cannot stop the wealth from coming in. Uh-oh. I promised you 4 rungs, but I've only delivered 3. There is another rung, but it's in the dark side. It's in the wrong direction. It's invisibility. Invisibility. 97% of people in the Western world, employees and entrepreneurs alike, are completely invisible. They're known by a few neighbors, a few family members, a few co-workers, and that's it. And when you are invisible, then it's really tough to make a buck. It's tough to make a pound. It's tough to make a euro. It's tough. Life is tough when you're invisible. Where do you earn more money, at the top or the bottom? At the top. But you typically have to go one step at a time. However, I've invented the only 2-step, and it starts from invisibility, which is fortunate because that's where 97% of people are. And because it's the 2-step, it gobbles up visibility and credibility all at once. But I've already taught you that if you have visibility and credibility, you cannot stop the wealth from coming in. And so my invention takes you all the way from invisibility all the way to wealth in one giant 2-step. It's the most brilliant idea I've ever come up with. Here it is. Get ready. You must have your own book. You must have your own book. Wow. I asked my dear friend, Dr. John Gray. He's the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, Kids Are From Hell. I asked him, if you could change one thing in your glorious life, what would it be? And he said, I'd rather have a book than a PhD. What? How come? He said, call up a radio station and say, I have a PhD. Would you like to interview me? They'll say, no. But call them up and say, I wrote a book. Would you like to interview me? And they'd say, oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Whether you're the master of men-women relationships like Dr. John Gray, or whether you wrote the book on cryptocurrency, whether you wrote the book on real estate, whether you wrote the book on COVID, whether you wrote the book on dental health, whether you wrote the book on yoga or Reiki or chiropractics or whatever you wrote your book on, that will elevate you and that will brand you, and people will want to buy from you. They'll want to buy your book and they'll want to buy your products and services. That's the big thing. Having a book means you can indeed aim higher. Money will flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities, income, media appearances, patience, clients, money, joy of all kinds will come to you when you are branded. And I want to divide this presentation into 3 parts. How lousy my life was before I wrote a book. The one thing that I changed, by the way, writing a book was the one thing I changed. And then what my life is like now. How lousy my life was, the one thing I changed, and how wonderful my life is now. Pay close attention, because this could be you. When I was born, I was broke. Maybe some of you have had that same experience. And then I took a job I didn't particularly like, so I took it out on a substance. And my substance of abuse was food. I got very fat. And eventually, my boss realized that I wasn't doing a good job. And so I got fired. I went home and told my wife I got fired. She did the only thing a reasonable woman could do. She dumped me out of our marriage. And I learned something. I learned that getting fired and divorced on exactly the same day are just extreme forms of market research. And what I learned from my market research was that matrimonially, I was doing badly. I got dumped. Vocationally, I was doing badly. I got fired. Nutritionally, I was doing badly. I got fat. Even worse, psychologically, I was doing badly. I got depressed. I was a 39-year-old life loser, $100,000 in debt. A 39-year-old life loser, $100,000 in debt. That's bad news. And then the turning point of my life came when I made one decision. One decision. I had this lousy life for 39 years, and I made one decision. Somebody told me to write a book. I said, write a book? I'm a life loser. What could I write a book on? And even why should I write a book? And he said to me something that changed my life. So listen carefully. He said, take a sheet of paper, and I did. Draw a line down the middle, and I did. And on the right-hand side, I wrote friends. And I wrote down all my friends and neighbors and family members and coworkers. And then he said, now put a check mark beside any of the people on the right-hand side that have written a book. And I looked at it. No book, 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 no book. Then he said on the left-hand side of the page, I want you to write famous. And you don't know any famous people, but just write down the names of people that you've heard of, like Meryl Streep, Brad Pitt, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs. Just write down names. So I did. And then they said, and tick off those who have a book. And I looked at it and I said, book, 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 book. Every person who was famous and rich had written a book. Every single person who was struggling financially hadn't written a book. I said, oh my gosh, I better write a book. And I said, what should I write a book on? And there's only one thing I knew about. I figured maybe I'll write How to Become a 39-Year-Old Life Loser, 7 Proven Techniques. I could write that book, but it's not the brand I was going for. Even though I was broke, I had made a great deal of money in real estate. So I knew how to make money in real estate, even though I lost it in my divorce. And so I wrote this book, You Can Make $1 Million in Canadian Real Estate. Yes, I'm a Canadian. And I have been spending my time teaching in Canada, the United States, Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, all over the world. But let's get back to the point. I wrote this book, You Can Make $1 Million in Canadian Real Estate. And what happened to me? Listen very carefully. Listen really carefully right now, because for the next 10 seconds, you're going to learn something so shocking, you'll never forget it for the rest of your life. Here goes. Here goes. For one solid year, from age 39 to age 40, after I wrote that book, I got out of $100,000 of debt, the first time I was out of debt in my entire adult life. And in one more year, from age 40 to age 41, I became a millionaire and I've never looked back. Wow, wow, wow. In the chat, I want you to type, if you are amazed by my getting out of debt in 1 year and becoming a millionaire in one more year. And if you want that kind of chart, and if this blows you away, then write wow with 2 exclamation marks in the chat right now. Wow with 2 exclamation marks in the chat right now. There is a delay. So there, oh, here they come. Oh my gosh, they're pouring in. Wow, wow, wow with 2 exclamation marks. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, don't let others do it for you. Do it yourself too. Oh my God, they're pouring in, pouring in. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Wow, with 2 exclamation marks. And I want to tell you something even more exciting. My clients are getting there faster than me. My clients are getting there faster than me because I'm a way better coach than that guy who helped me a little bit way back when. So I've told you how lousy my life was. I've told you the one thing that I changed. I wrote a book. Now come into my life and see if my life's any better. My dearest friend is Jack Canfield. I'm on a cruise ship with Jack in this picture. Actually, I go on vacation with Jack twice a year. And I think you can see me in the bottom left corner of this picture. I'm not exactly sure. And here I am with Les Brown, good friend of mine. And this is a funny one. Oprah's boyfriend, Stedman Graham. This picture was so embarrassing to me that I said to him, Stedman, don't move. And I ran around the entire hotel trying to find a step ladder or a stool that I could stand on to get a better picture. And I got one, and he took another picture with me, but it didn't work. There I am on a stool. He's still half a head taller than me. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Rudy Giuliani, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor, the grandfather of the entire personal growth industry, Sir Richard Branson, Brian Tracy, Brian Mulroney, the Prime Minister of Canada, Steve Wozniak. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that every time I show you a friend of mine, books drop down? Every time I show you a world famous friend of mine, books drop down. But when you go visit a friend of yours, books don't drop down. Books do not drop down. Why? Because people who are famous have written a book. People who are wealthy have written a book. People who struggle haven't written a book. Are you getting the message? Dr. John Gray, Bill Clinton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the greatest wealth teacher of all time, Robert Kiyosaki, and best of all, Shrek. Why do I put this at the end? Because for gosh sakes, even Shrek has a book. Don't you dare say that you don't have enough wisdom to write a book. If Shrek can write a book, so can you. It's not what you know. It's not who you know. It's who knows you. It's who knows you. And the most famous people in the world know me. Did they know me when I was 39? No. Did they want to know me when I was 39? No. Do they know me now? Yes. Do they want to know me now? Yes. What's the difference? I wrote a book. That's the difference. But to write a book, you have to solve 4 problems. The first is the forward scandal. A forward is not a direction, forward versus backward. Forward is a 1-page letter written by a world famous celebrity about how wonderful you are. The problem is, if a big celebrity writes the forward for you, then your book is going to sell really, really well, and the big famous person will get nothing. And so what big famous people do is they charge $25,000, $50,000, even up to $500,000 to write the forward for you. And I don't like that. It's not illegal, but it's scummy. I don't like it. So here's the rule. Number 1, you must have a forward. Number 2, it must be written by a world famous celebrity. And number 3, you can't pay extra for it. Number 1, you have to have a forward. Number 2, it has to be written by a world famous celebrity. And number 3, you cannot pay extra for it. Please make sure that you wrote that down. And the second problem is the publishing problem. The publishing problem is people take years to write a book. They make 100 copies of the book. They send it to 100 publishers, and then pretty soon they get 100 rejection letters. That's not a good idea. This will shock you. Don't start your book until you already have a publisher. Don't you dare even start your book till you already have a publisher. You might say, but Raymond, if it's so difficult to get a publisher once you already have a manuscript, how on earth can you get a publisher before you even start writing your book? I will tell you before I finish this presentation. This is the presentation to brand you. This is the presentation to get you a publisher. Number 3, you need an official book launch. An official book launch is a room full of hundreds of people. It has to be very exciting. It's very expensive because the author pays for it. The author pays for it. Could be tens of thousands of dollars. The author has to pay for it. I wrote lots of books. I wrote a New York Times top 10 bestseller, and I did not get an official book launch. You need an official book launch. And finally, number 4, you must end procrastination, because people are going to get tired of hearing you say you have a book inside of you. If the book doesn't come out, they're going to get disappointed. And so you must end procrastination. And how do I end procrastination when I want to write a book? Well, I've created a job description called my personal book architect, my personal book architect. And I've taught him exactly what he has to do when I want to write a book. And as a result, I've written, wait for this, I hope you're sitting down, 147 books, and every single one of them came out on time, and every single one of them has been published. Wow, A wow, a wow. 147 books. Every one of them came out on time and every one of them got published because when I got an idea to write a book, I don't just start typing. The first thing I do is contact my personal book architect, and he says to me, that book's going to come out on time no matter what. Wow, wow, wow. But I told you there are 4 problems. I always want to over deliver. So let me give you a 5th bonus problem. That's a joke, by the way. Never join any program unless the guru himself is willing to personally teach you in a follow-up workshop. Never join any program unless the guru himself, not one of his coaches, is willing to personally teach you in a follow-up workshop. So, how do you know when you're branded? This is really important. When someone says wow about you, you're branded. When someone says wow about you, you're branded. Why is Tesla the wealthiest car manufacturing company? Because so many people say wow about Tesla cars. Why is Apple the wealthiest company that ever existed? Because so many people say wow about Apple's products. When people say wow about you, you're branded, your income skyrockets, the amount you can charge skyrockets. That's how life works, as Bianca found out.
My name is Bianca Muntian, and I'm the author of the book called Let's F the System, 5 Ways to Have All the Fun and Freedom You Want. Ever since I started writing this book, only amazing stuff happened to me. And plus, everybody that meets me and finds out that I'm an author, they all say, wow. And I think that's kind of the only thing we actually aim for in life, to be amazing. And because I said amazing, I wanted to tell you that Raymond is amazing.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, Bianca. Every wealthy person and every successful company is branded. How many ways are there to get branded? There's 4. Listen carefully. There's 4 ways to get branded. You only need 1. I will teach you all 4 ways. Choose 1. You only need 1. How many ways will I teach you? 4. How many ways will you choose? 1. Here we go. Branding technique number 4 is branding by association. Branding by association. I showed you pictures of me with about 100 of the most famous people in the entire world, but you may not have famous author colleagues, so that doesn't apply to you. Well, let's try the next one. Branding technique number 3 is branding by testimonial. You might say, oh, Raymond, I've got many testimonials. Well, you probably don't. Yes, I do. I have many of them. So listen carefully. You're not going to like this. A testimonial cannot be from a client. What? Of course they're from clients. No, a testimonial cannot be from a client. If I said to you, you should buy my book because here's a testimonial from Mary McGregor, you'd say, who the heck's Mary McGregor? Even if it was a legitimate testimonial, it falls flat because who the heck's Mary McGregor? And so you might say, well, who do you have, Raymond? Well, I got a testimonial from Robert Kiyosaki, the greatest wealth teacher of all time. And he wrote it in his book, not in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He wrote it in his book, Cash Flow Quadrant. I love Cash Flow Quadrant better than Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's an amazing book. And here's what he says about me. I thank Raymond Aaron and his tapes on goal setting for helping me achieve more with less stress. The greatest wealth teacher of all time said that amazing thing about me. When a big guy says a big thing, that's a big deal. How do we know he said that? Because he published it on page 187 of his second book, Cash Flow Quadrant. I thank Raymond Aaron and his tape on goal setting for assisting me in achieving more with a lot less stress. Wow, wow, wow. But you may not have great testimonials from world famous celebrities. Okay, you've blown 2. Let's see if there's another one that applies to you. Branding technique number 2 is branding by achievement. Oh, that's easy. Were you recently the mayor of your city, the premier of your province, the governor of your state, the president of your country, the prime minister of your country? Did you recently win a Nobel Prize? Did you recently set an Olympic record? Did you recently win an Olympic gold medal? No? Well, let's see if I've got any achievements. This is one of the toughest athletic exercises in the world. It's called the plank, where your forearms and your toes are on the floor and nothing else can move. And most people like die and collapse to the carpet after, let's say, 30 seconds. I held that just a few years ago. I set a record. I held that for 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Wow. Wow. I've been in the who's who every single year for 38 years in a row. And in every single one of those 38 years in a row, I've been on the very first page, but that's mostly for alphabetical reasons. And I've been internationally syndicated on radio talk shows around the world. And I'm sure you can be on radio and television too, but only if you have a book. Nobody wants you unless you've written a book. I'm sure you've heard of the blockbuster hit movie, The Secret. There was only 40 teachers chosen to be filmed for that movie, and I was one of them. Every single person who was chosen to be filmed for that movie had previously written a book. Are you getting the message? The book is your key. The book is your golden ticket. The book is the golden key to success. And I bought and sold over 1,100 pieces of real estate across the country. That's over $500 million, $500 million of buying and selling in today's currency. So I have lots of achievements, but you may not have great achievements. Well, you've blown 3 ways. There's only 1 way left, and I know you're hoping it's available to you. Technique number 1 is branding by wow. Branding by wow. When you hear someone saying wow about you, you are branded. And what is the easiest wow? It's telling somebody that you wrote a book. The easiest wow is telling someone that you wrote a book. It took me 4 years to write Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul, hit New York Times top 10. Did I make money at that? Yes. I get a royalty check every quarter. That means every 3 months. My very, very, very first quarterly royalty check was $100,000. Wow. And because that was so successful, Jack Canfield asked me to write another book, Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul, and it became the #1 best-selling nonfiction book in Canada every week for 6 months after its release. And that took me 4 years to write as well. Did I make money on that? My very first quarterly royalty check was $100,000. Can you make money writing a book? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And branding small business for dummies. Yes, I wrote a For Dummies book and I wrote a Chicken Soup book. I'm the only person in the entire universe that has ever been invited to do a book in the For Dummies series and also in the Chicken Soup series. Wow, wow, wow. And here's the giant breakthrough. How long did it take? Well, I looked at all the activities that I did to write my other books, and I looked at how many pages each activity took. And most of the activities produce no pages, but yet every author thinks they have to do it. 2 activities produced all the pages. And so when I was invited to do Branding Small Business for Dummies, I decided to just do the 2 activities, not all the dozens of activities. And it took me a shorter time, much shorter time. Listen carefully. When the fireworks die down, you are going to scream wow when you find out how long it took me to write Branding Small Business for Dummies. 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours. I wrote a book. I got rich. You want rich? Write a book, but not in 1 to 4 years. The giant breakthrough is you can write a book in 10 hours, and a good book. Now, if you're skeptical and you don't think you can write a book in 10 hours, take 20. There's no race. But I do indeed teach people how to write a book in 10 hours or less, and many of them eagerly do it and love it. As Lisa found out.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Phillips, author of the book, The Artistic Edge, and I just wanted to share some amazing things that happened to me since my book was published. Within the first 3 months, I was published in the Washington Post 3 times, And I was able to get a keynote speaking gig in the US at the Tennessee Arts Commission, where my speaking fee was $5,000. I've had so many more incredible things happen, from blog posts, conferences, articles, and also having my book being used as a teaching tool for school boards all across the US. So thank you so much, Raymond, for encouraging me to write my book.
All right. All right. Thank you. You have a book inside of you. It's time to get it out. It's time to make lots of money with a book, as Jim found out.
Hi, my name is Jim Hetherington, and I wrote this book, Your Relationship Rescue Handbook, in the 10-10-10 program. And Raymond said that it was going to change my life, and it really has. Ever since I've written this book, I've been invited to co-author in other books. One is actually published already. I have my second book coming out in the spring. I've been invited to speak on stages. I've been invited to do radio shows and TV shows. I've been invited to go to training events where I teach, and I'm on main stage and training and encouraging other people. It just really has changed my life. I highly encourage you to get involved in the 10-10-10 program. Write a book. Raymond's team is just amazing. Raymond himself is a great mentor, great teacher, has amazing systems that will really help you get this thing through, get it done, get it published, and get out of the sea of sameness.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. But I don't have the time. Well, excuse me. According to Wikipedia, the average person in the Western world watches 11 hours of television a week. That means you could write 52 books this year and still watch your favorite TV show. Don't tell me that you don't have time. But I'm bad at English. Well, English might be your first language, but you just might be bad at spelling, grammar, punctuation. Or English might be your second or third language, in which case you have complete legitimacy to be bad at grammar and spelling and punctuation. But you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry, because nobody sees your book except your editor. Your editor sees your book and makes it look like an angel wrote your book. So no matter how badly you write it in terms of spelling and grammar and punctuation and sentence structure, the editor cleans it all up and makes it absolutely perfect. You need editing and formatting, even though editing and formatting is not included in my program, because first of all, the cost is quite small. And second of all, I teach you how to get it for free. So if you get it for free, don't worry about the cost of it. But I've never written anything before. 94% of every single person who's ever registered for my book writing program has never written anything before. It's actually designed primarily for people who haven't written anything before. But I don't know what to write about. I personally work with you to help you. I personally work with you. My mouth to your ears, your mouth to my ears. I personally work with you to make sure that you write the correct book that makes you a lot of money. But I'm just an employee. Then get ready for raises, promotions, and job offers from other companies. Why? Because you're the only one in the company that's ever written a book. But I'm a professional and we're not allowed to advertise. Well, the best advertisement is a book, even though it's not classified as an advertisement by the self-governing bodies. And so you can get clients really, really fast with a book as an amazing advertising tool, as Ursula found out.
Hey, this is Ursula. Almost immediately after I announced that I was the author of an upcoming book, I started to get invitations to do podcasts and speaking engagements. And of course, I got new clients walking through my door. I love Raymond's 10-10-10 program. Raymond is amazing.
Wow. Thank you, my friend Ursula. But I don't know much. You know much more than your readers. So listen carefully. I wrote a book called Double Your Income, Doing What You Love. Guess what? Sir Richard Branson didn't buy it. Sir Richard Branson didn't read it. Why? Because he knows more than me. So don't worry about the people who know more than you. Focus your energy on the people who know less than you. Whatever you know about, whatever it is, there's many, many people who know less than you. And those are your clients and those are your readers. What kind of book should I write? Well, you could write a nonfiction book on what you want to make money at. You could write a fiction book. You can write an autobiography of yourself. You can write a biography of somebody else. You can write a book of your poetry. You can write a children's book. You can write a calendar, whatever you wish. It's what's in your heart. That's what you write about. My friends will laugh at me. No, they won't. They'll be dazzled and you know it. How much does it cost? Well, it costs as much as a small car, but if you can't afford it, you better join. If you've been working for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years and you don't have a few $1,000s, a few £1,000, a few thousand quid, a few €1,000 to rub together, you'd better do something different. And this is the most powerful something different you're ever going to get offered. Oh, by the way, I don't have permission to offer this, so this is not for sale, but I'm very proud of it. So I wanted to tell you about it. It's Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide. It's a 6 audio presentation, 6 audios that teach you how to sell your book and also how the book can sell you, how the book can sell you, your services, and your products. Very powerful. I charge $3,000 for it, and people who get into my book writing program realize the value of it, and so they typically upgrade and pay an extra $3,000 shortly after they get into the program. Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide. It's not available for sale now. I'm just proud of it. So how will a book help you? I know exactly how a book will help you. Stay tuned right now. You'll have lots of residual income and lots of free time, like I do. Because of my books, I take a 1-week vacation every month. A 1-week vacation every month. I have 12 slides like this, but when I play all 12 slides, people start drooling. And I thought that I couldn't take a 1-week vacation every month, that my clients would leave me, that my staff would be resentful. I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I couldn't afford it. But after I wrote a book, my whole life changed. But even more amazing than taking a 1-week vacation every month, wait till you hear this, I take a 1-month vacation every year. Wow. I slept on that beach in Fiji for a month. I went whitewater canoeing in the high Arctic of Canada for a month. I went to the rainforest in Ecuador for a month. I had a 1-month honeymoon in the North and South Islands of New Zealand. I trekked around the Annapurna Mountains in Nepal for 1 month. I spent a month on safari in South Africa. I did a double crossing of the Sahara Desert by jeep and camel for a month. I spent actually 4 months traveling all throughout Europe, from Israel, which was never in Europe, to England, which is no longer in Europe, but I somehow still call it my European vacation. And I spent a month in Australia. I spent a month in Bali. I spent a month in Croatia. But my favorite 1-month vacation of all time, my favorite was Antarctica. What a blessed continent that is. What a blessed continent that is. And there I took the greatest picture I ever took in my life. Do you want to see it? Here it comes. Yes, I took my tuxedo to Antarctica. And yes, there I am with a king penguin. Behind my head is not gravel. Behind my head is 150,000 king penguins. I'm the one on the left. So do you want a life like I have? I have no debt. I have very high income. I have very high wealth. I have the sweetest marriage that any man could ever imagine. My wife is a very high income sales manager / CEO, consultant, and coach. She is a competitive dancer, a model, and an actress, and I love her. And in addition to having the sexiest wife on the planet, I also drive the sexiest car on the planet, a bright red Tesla S. Actually, I don't drive it. It drives me. It drives me. I get in, I press the button, and it goes on its own. When I put my foot down on what you call the gas pedal, you have to have your hand behind your head because it's like an amusement park ride. It's just the most glorious vehicle you could imagine. And I have a gorgeous new home. If you've been following me on Facebook, you know that I have just moved out to the country in a beautiful 3-story log cabin with an indoor sauna, an outdoor hot tub, 3 fireplaces that you can see from anywhere in the home. I have my own river on my own property. I have high residual income, and I have lots of time off to do whatever I want. And that's the life that you can have that I didn't have up to age 39. And then I changed one thing, wrote a book, and now this is the life that I have. And it's the life that you can have. And it all comes from writing a book with the 10-10-10 program. The first 10 stands for you write a book of 10 chapters of your own words, and I help you with the words. In 10 hours of your own time, take 20 if you wish, it's not a race. But the most important one is you'll be holding your finished, published, physical book in your hand in only 10 weeks. Your finished, published, physical book in your hand in only 10 weeks. Wow, wow, wow. That is the biggest offer you will ever get. And there are two levels of my program. One that offers more value at a higher purchase price, and one that offers lower value at a lower purchase price. So you choose the program that suits your needs and your pocketbook the easiest. So let's talk about the lower level. Level 1 is called platinum. The lower level, level 1, is called platinum. At the platinum level, you get 5 guarantees. 5 guarantees, not just benefits, but guarantees, because I've been offering this program for 10 years and I know I deliver it every single time. So I give it to you as a guarantee. The first one is on the topic of I don't know what to write about. I just don't know what to write about. Well, guarantee number 1 is that I personally work with you. I personally work with you to get you the perfect target audience, the perfect topic, the perfect title, and the perfect subtitle, not just to have a book, not just to have a great book, but a great book that will make you money. Guarantee number 1. Guarantee number 2 is startling. Guarantee number 2 has to do with the perfect book length. You see, if your book is too thick, people will say, oh, I got no time. If your book is too thin, then people will say, oh, it's just a marketing brochure. The book has to be the exact correct width of spine, the exact correct number of pages. And if it is, you will be highly branded. If it isn't, don't even bother getting your keyboard out because it's not going to work for you. Guarantee number 3 has to do with what is the deadline to get the book done. Well, you already know that. It's 10 weeks. I already told you that. But no, I'm giving you 1 entire year, 5 times longer than you need, because I want to make sure you get your book done. But Raymond, I've been working on this book for 20 years. You'll get it done in 10 weeks. You'll see. And in any case, you've got an entire year to get it done. Guarantee number 4 has to do with when do I start making money? This is probably the best guarantee, because you think you'll start making money maybe a year after your book comes out. No, wait till you hear this. You'll be shocked. Guarantee number 4 is you start making money before you finish writing your book. You start making money before you finish writing your book, before your book is even published. And most of my clients start making money before they start writing their book. Are you serious? Yes. Most people make money before you even start writing your book, but everybody makes money before you even finish writing your book. Wow. Oh, Raymond, you're so positive, but my problems are so heavy. Well, the reason your problems are so heavy is because you're earning too little. And it's difficult to get a buck because people don't know you. You're not branded. But when you're branded, you can go places you never thought you could go. When you follow me as your leader, you can make so much money so effortlessly once you have a great book. Guarantee number 5 has to do with the forward scandal. Do you remember the forward scandal? You must have a forward. It must be written by a world famous celebrity, but you can't pay extra for it. So wait till you hear this. Guarantee number 5, I will write the forward for you. I will write the forward for you. And let me show you what it looks like. Here's a book that I published called The Unique You. It's a very cute title. And at the bottom, under the name of the author, it says forward by Raymond Aaron, New York Times bestselling author. Now, why is that important? Because if they know me, they'll say, wow, how'd you get Raymond Aaron to forward your book? If they don't know me, it still works because they'll say, wow, how did you get a New York Times bestselling author to forward your book? And so you'll get a wow for saying that you wrote a book. You'll get a wow when they see who forwarded your book. Wow, wow, wow. It's right on the cover. And here's some better news. You can get there way faster than me. It took me a year to get out of debt, and then one more year to be a millionaire, but you can get there way faster than me because I am a way better coach than the person who helped me all those years ago. Wow. And you can earn your annual income in one speech, but only if you've written a book. Nobody wants you on their stage unless you've written a book. Nobody wants to interview you on their podcast. You might say, oh, yes, I've been interviewed on a podcast. Yeah, a podcast that went out to 11 people. Who cares? I'm talking about a podcast that goes out to 100,000 people, to 500,000 people. That's the podcast you want to get on. That's what's going to make a difference in your life and in your income. And you must have written a book or they don't want you. When I'm introduced on stage, they always say, and here he is from Toronto, Canada, Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 bestselling author. They don't care how many people I've helped become millionaires. They don't care how many people I've helped. They don't care. They just care what's the name of the book that you wrote. If that's what they care about, if that's what gets you on stages, if that's what gets you interviewed, if that's what gets you branded, then you have to have written a book, as Raisa found out.
Hi, my name is Raisa, and I'm the award-winning author of the book, Make My World a Better Place, How to Live in Peace and Harmony with Others. Do you have any goals, dreams, ideas, opinions that you want to share with the world? Then you need to write a book. For me, this wasn't possible without the 10-10-10 program hosted by Raymond Aaron. It's fast, easy, simple to use, and you actually get things done. With this book, I was able to gain my first speaking opportunity with the world famous Bob Proctor. And then I'm going to have the same opportunity to speak with the world famous Jack Canfield, all because I wrote a book. Raymond, he is amazing. And without his program, I wouldn't be able to do so many things. The age of 16, that's right, I'm 16. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Risa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here is the hugest. This is by far the hugest. At the platinum level, platinum one, number one, you get 5 guarantees, but there's also platinum plus, which is level number 2. And platinum plus, you inherit all the 5 guarantees of platinum, but you get 5 more amazing, exquisite, spectacular guarantees added on at the platinum plus level, the higher level, the number 2 level. And so I'm going to tell you the 5 guarantees at the platinum plus level. You will end procrastination forever. How? Because guarantee number 6, or the first guarantee of the platinum plus, is you can have my own personal book architect. Now, I've noticed that you didn't get too excited about that because you don't really know what a personal book architect is. So let me explain. I told you that it takes 10 weeks to get your book done. Done, finished, edited, published, everything. And one of my clients, Chinmay Swami, wrote his book, Run Before You Walk, and got it done in only 6 weeks. And then the race was on. Someone did it in 5 1/4 weeks, and someone did it in 4 3/4 weeks. And finally, it got down so low that this young teenage girl at age 15 started at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. And by 8 p.m. on Thursday night, she had finished her book. It was edited. It was formatted. We got the ISBN number. We got all the details of the cover. It was printed and shipped to her. And she opened the box, took the first book out, took a selfie, and texted it to me in 4 days, 8 p.m. Sunday to 8 p.m. Thursday. Wow, wow, wow. Next problem. What if my book isn't published? Well, remember, I told you that I would solve that problem for you. And here it comes. It's one of the most amazing guarantees of the Platinum Plus program. Hang on to your hat. Guarantee number 7, I publish your book. My publishing company has an imprint, 10-10-10 Publishing, and it's the best publishing company in the world. All the other major publishing companies are head officed in New York City for some reason. And I've had my books published by them, and they give me 6% royalty. That means they keep 94% of my book. What? They keep 94% of my book. I wrote it, and they get 94%. I get a measly 6%. Not with me. With 10 Publishing Company, I guarantee to publish your book, and I don't give you 6%, I give you 100%. Every penny that comes from Amazon, every penny that comes from any bookstore in the world, every penny that comes from your friends, your family, your neighbors buying your book, or you're holding a workshop and they buy your book at the back of the room, or whatever it is, every book that's sold, every royalty goes 100% to you. I, as the publisher, don't keep one penny. And you might say, well, how are you going to make any money, Raymond? And thank you for being concerned about my financial well-being. But the thing is, I want you to do well. I'm already going to do well this year. I want you to do well. And so I've constituted my publishing company as a non-profit company within my enterprise. And so I can't make money even if I want to. It's all for you. Wow. Wow. And guarantee number 8 has to do with what will Raymond do if I write other books? Now, this one startles people to say other books. I haven't even written one book. What are you talking about? What I found is that 1/3 of my already published authors have already published a second book. 1/3 have already published a second book, and many others are writing a second or third or fourth book. Why? Because they made so much money on the first book, they figure they might as well write another book. And so guarantee number 8, I will publish every book you ever write. Holy moly. I will publish every book you ever write, or any book you might have already written. Wow, wow, wow. And if you think that's exciting, wait till you see guarantee number 9. How will I sell my book? Listen very carefully. I will list your book on Amazon.com. See, you have to go in as an author to list your book on Amazon, but I go in as the publisher through the back door, and I have more access and ability than you do. So I can list your book in such a way that it's higher up in the rankings, and therefore you'll make many more sales. It's a huge benefit. We know how to do it. I've published thousands of books. You may never have published even one book. And so I've done it thousands of times, and I know the tricks of the trade. And finally, number 10 is maybe the best one. How will I promote my book? This one, you're going to scream wow. This one, you're going to scream wow, because listen carefully. Guarantee number 9, I will host and pay for your official book launch. I will host and pay for your official book launch. If the lockdown is over, I will rent a huge hotel room. I will fill it with hundreds of people. Maybe I'll bring in the media, and it'll be very, very exciting, maybe tens of thousands of dollars of cost. I'll bring you up on stage. I'll edify you, which means make you look good. I'll make your book look good. And when everybody loves you and loves your book, I will have set up a bookstore at the back for you. And you go there, and I'll tell everyone to go buy your book. And if we do it during the lockdown, then I will post a link for everyone to buy your book on Amazon. I will pay for the whole thing. You get all the revenue. I suffer all the expenses. You get all the revenue. So there are 5 amazing super extra guarantees of the Platinum Plus program, plus the 5 original guarantees of the Platinum program. You get all 10 at the all-important Platinum Plus level. And now here is the very, very hugest. There is no risk to you whatsoever. There is no risk to you whatsoever. That's why when I post the link, people grab it. They grab it in order to get in fast. Why is there no risk to you? Because there's a 10-point guarantee covering everything you could possibly imagine. And how do you get my wisdom? Well, there's 19 home study videos, and they're only about 15 to 20 minutes long. You play the first one, you do what it says. You play the second one, you do what it says. And here's the exciting thing. Once you played the 19th video, you're holding your book in your hand. Once you've played the 19th video, you're holding your book in your hand, and there's only 19 videos. And I'm the star of all of them, and I'm funny, and I'm educational, and I'm very, very clear. This is the 4th edition of the videos. So we've solved all the problems. We've cleaned it up. It uses the highest technology, and it's beautiful. So how do you learn my knowledge on how to write a great book in a short period of time? The 19 home study videos. But there's another way. I host a Get Your Book Done boot camp. I host a Get Your Book Done boot camp. It's 3 days long, and I'm there personally, and I teach you from beginning to end. You show up at the beginning of day 1, and by the end of day 3, your book. I've explained everything. You know exactly how to write your book. Wow. But there's another way. There's a third way that you get my wisdom, and that is I give you a private coach called a personal book architect. I give you a private coach called a personal book architect. And how do you get all my wisdom? Well, we unlock the 19 videos for you so that you can play them at your home and start writing your book at your home. Or you can go to the Get Your Book Done workshop and do it there. Or you can do both. You can do the home study videos and go to the Get Your Book Done workshop. And in any case, you can call your private coach as often as you wish, every day if you wish, because your private coach, your personal book architect, wants you to get your book done. So the home study videos teach you, the Get Your Book Done workshop teaches you, your private coach teaches you. I've given you every single thing to get your book done. So let's talk about the Get Your Book Done bootcamp. I usually hold it in Hawaii because if I'm going to hold a workshop, it might as well be in Hawaii. I love teaching in Hawaii because if I'm not hungry at lunch, I just walk out and go swim in the ocean. Where else can you do that? Wow, that's so much fun. Now, this is something amazing, and you pay strict attention here because this is really, really fascinating. If you are with a bunch of kids at lunchtime and you say to them, "Where would you like to go for lunch?" They all scream, "McDonald's, McDonald's." Why? Why do they all scream McDonald's? The McDonald's burger is not a great burger. It's kind of a flat, dead bun. It's a dry patty. There's no like juices dripping off it. And you can't tell them what you want. You can't say, "I want pickles, but no mustard and extra relish and extra ketchup." You can't say that. They give you whatever condiments they want. They give you a flat, dead bun. They give you a dry patty, and everyone's all excited. Why? Because of the marketing. The marketing, the curvature of the golden arches, the color of the golden arches, the humor of the Ronald McDonald clown, the genius of the television commercials on the Saturday morning kids shows. That's why kids want to go to McDonald's and order a burger. It's not because the burger's any good. It's really average. It's even below average. But the marketing messages, the subtle, secret marketing messages, that's why they go there. Same with your book. If you write a great book, well, congratulations, but no one's going to buy it. And so your message won't get across. You might say, "Oh, it's going to be a wonderful book." I'm sure it is a wonderful book, but if there's no secret marketing message, no one's going to buy it. Or let's say more carefully, very few people will buy it. They don't buy it because the book's great. They buy it because of the secret marketing messages. They don't buy McDonald's burger because the burger's great. They buy it because of the secret marketing messages. If you don't have all 31 secret marketing messages on the cover, front, back, and spine, and also inside your book, then your book will not sell well. I'm sorry to say that. You might say, "Oh, I'll just do it on my own anyways." Don't you dare. Don't you dare, because it won't turn out the way that you want. But if you're still sitting there wondering, here is the best news of all. It is time for a change. It is time to let the book do it for you. And it is time for a giant discount. Now, I've told you it's a small car, but let me be more specific. Please write down the tuition is $28,000 US dollars, the currency of the internet. And you might say, 28,000, that seems like a lot. Well, if your income is going to be higher by maybe $50,000 to $100,000 every year for the rest of your life, 28,000 sounds like a steal. But as you may guess, I will give you a discount so that you'll be able to escape the sea of sameness. You'll be able to climb up onto the island of individuality so that you can float effortlessly for the rest of your life down the river of relevant differentiation. You are unique and special, pretending that you're ordinary. You are unique and special, earning as if you're ordinary. You don't want to do that any longer. And I'm now going to give you a bonus 11th guarantee at the all-important Platinum Plus level. Yes, an extra bonus guarantee. And the bonus guarantee is at your official book launch, which you get only at the Platinum Plus level, I will make you an award-winning author. How? By giving you an award. And here's an award that I gave to Vivian, just as an example. It's hard to see. Let me blow it up for you. There it is. It's personalized to you. It's got your name. It's got the year. It's really beautiful. It's really heavy. The top part is crystal. The bottom part is brushed steel. It's a really beautiful award. And you can put it right on the cover of your book. The book that I mentioned before, The Unique You, if you look at the bottom, it'll say your name, and right under your name, it'll say award-winning author. Award-winning author. Wow. When you say that you wrote a book, they'll say, wow. When you say that it's forwarded by Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 bestselling author, they'll say, wow. When you say that you're an award-winning author, they'll say, wow. Now you got 3 wows out of them. You're branded and shinier brand. And now it's time for the final discount. But there has to be a reason. And here's the reason. It's my birthday. I'm 76. It's my birthday. Not exactly today, but close enough to today. I'm inclusive. It's my birthday, right around today. Happy birthday to me. But I've noticed that there's no gift on your lap that you're about to send me. And since there has to be gift giving on a birthday, I'd better give you a gift. So here it is. I am going to give you a gift of thousands of US dollars of discount. Thousands of US dollars of discount. But before I do that, you remember Emma, who has the world record for writing her book in 4 days? Wait, not just writing it and getting it published and sent to her, and she took a selfie in 4 days. Wait till you see her talk. Wow.
2 years ago, when I was 15, I published my first book, #Success, How Teens Can Create Their Own Brilliant Future. And immediately after my book was published, I started getting wild results. I went to a new school, and my book was already in the school library on display right when you walk in. People had ordered my book and were reading it and were coming up to me when I didn't even know them and saying like I had inspired them and they were so proud of me. And I was invited to all sorts of school activities right when I was a new student because my brand was so high already from the book that I had written. And the whole process was super easy and it was super quick. And the program really, really works and it gets amazing results.
Wow. Now, this is exciting. Nathan removes snow. He lives in the Toronto area. In Toronto, the cost to remove snow from a residential driveway and a residential walkway is $850. And because he wrote a book on it, they're willing to pay him $1,200. You might say, that doesn't make any sense. Who cares if the snow remover guy wrote a book? And yet it works.
Hey Raymond, I got some exciting news for you. Right now, I'm enrolling clients at a price that's higher than my competition. You heard it, higher, and it's all because of your lessons on branding. I mean, just the other day, I enrolled one client at $1,100. My competition last year charged him $850, and this guy came running to me and enthusiastically signed up for $1,100. I mean, and just today, one guy, I just enrolled a new client for $1,200, and it's Raymond, you are amazing. That's all I can say, and just. What Raymond says really works. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Wow. Thank you, Nathan. Now, I told you that the Get Your Book Done boot camp is almost always in Hawaii, but because of the lockdown, I can't do it. And so there is a June Zoom Get Your Book Done. The only problem is that it's completely sold out. May was sold out. April was sold out. They're always sold out. Why? Because there's such a demand for writing a book these days. People desperately want to get branded, and they know that my book writing program is the best in the world. And also, I keep the attendance at my boot camp low so I can get to know you really well. So what are you going to do about it? It's sold out. Well, guess what? There's another Zoom one in July 28, 29, 30. July 28, 29, 30. Now you might be sad because maybe you have an engagement at that time, or you might be happy because you can attend it so soon, just a few weeks from now. Well, if you're sad, I want you to know something. Whatever you've got planned, you've got a wedding, you got a funeral planned for July 28, 29, 30, cancel it. There's nothing you can do as important as getting branded. And you can get branded just in a few weeks from now, July 28, 29, 30. And you might say, but I'm really, really busy. I'm honestly busy. I can't cancel it. Don't worry. I hold them every month. I hold them every month. You can't come in July, you come in August. You can't come in August, you come in September. Can't come in September, you come in October. It doesn't matter. There's always one for you, because I love teaching this, and there's so many people that want to learn it, and yet I keep the class size low. It's wonderful. And now I want to give you the best video testimonial of all time. This one gentleman in England invested in my program and made 50,000 pounds sterling in 1 minute before his book was done.
My name is Nick Bradley, and I'm the award-winning author of Zero to Authentic Hero. Raymond Aaron showed me how to write a book and create a brand for myself, and I spent a few £1,000s doing that. But I wanted to get a good return on my investment. So I wanted to make tens of thousands of pounds back on that time. I went to a conference and I didn't even have a book. I hadn't even finished writing my book. So I printed the cover and I wrapped it around my notebook and I held it up, and I had one client who's paid me £50,000. And that's even before I had a book. So thank you, Raymond Aaron.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, there's strictly limited admission. When I show you the link, you need to get in it quickly, because I limit the number of people who can get into my weekend Get Your Book Done. It's 3 days. I shouldn't have said weekend. Into my 3-day Get Your Book Done boot camp. So I strictly limit the admission. And when I show you the link, grab it, because when you grab it, if there's a form to fill out, like your name and your email address, etc., then you're in. But if there's a big red banner across it that says sorry, sold out, then you can't get in. So when I show you the link, because I cannot overload my boot camp, because I need to keep the numbers low so I can really get to know you and do a great job for you. If you click on the link quickly, you'll likely get in. If you procrastinate, if you wait, if you say, oh my gosh, I got to ask my wife, got to ask my husband, I got to talk to my lawyer, whatever. If you have all these excuses for delaying and you finally decide to do it, the red banner, sorry, sold out, might be there. So grab it when you can. Now, I've told you it's not $28,000. I've told you I'm going to give you a discount. I haven't just told you what the discount is. So here it comes. Are you ready? Are you ready for the discount? The discount at the important Platinum Plus level, the discount for the 11-point guarantee Platinum Plus level, the all-important Platinum Plus level. It's not $28,000. It's $2,800. It's $2,800. It's a 90% discount. And here it is, aaron.com/101010 program. aaron.com/101010 program. 2,800 USD, 2,800 USD, the currency of the internet. Grab it, grab it, grab it. You can either type it yourself, aaron.com/101010 program, or just click on the link that my good staff has put in the chat. The safest is to go to the chat, just on the bottom of your screen where it says chat, just click on it. And then click on that link, or just retype it, whatever you wish, but type it in carefully. aaron.com/101010 program, and get into the incredible Platinum Plus level. And as a bonus, you get the Ultimate Author's Marketing Guide as a bonus for paying in full at the 2,800 USD mark. I'm giving you a $3,000 bonus, the Ultimate Author's Marketing Guide, which helps you sell way more books and helps the book sell you. It's a $3,000 gift. That's even more than the cost of the tuition. It's like getting the entire Platinum Plus for free. Wow, wow, wow. And on top of that, there is a payment plan, 4 easy equal installments of only $787. 4 easy equal installments each month of only $787. So it's $787 this month, and then next month, and next month. If you've handled your financial affairs so well that you can put 2,800 USD on your credit card, then not only do you get the best financial deal, you also get the incredible Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide. If you need a payment plan, it's only 4 easy equal installments starting today of only $787. Wow, wow, wow. There's the link, aaron.com/101010 program. Now, the lower level, level 1, called Platinum, that has 5 guarantees. What is the tuition for that? It's not $28,000. Wait till you see it. It's only $997 full price. $997. Wow, wow, wow. And yes, you can start at the $997 and you can upgrade later. Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. aaron.com/101010 program. You go to the same link to get Platinum Plus or Platinum, whichever one you prefer. And there's also a payment plan for the lower Platinum level. It's tax deductible against business income because this is an expense that you suffer in order to get higher income. So it's tax deductible in every capitalist country in the world. And I've created the perfect solution to have you write a book quickly and to get branded excellently. The only thing so far missing in the solution is you. Get into the program. There's the link. Grab it. I can see in the screen beside me that it's still available. There are many people registering right now. There are 260 people on the call at the moment, and many of them are registering right now. And this is your chance. No registration has actually gone fully through yet because they're still filling out the form. This is your opportunity to get in right now. I am the only book writing teacher who makes sure you make money with your book. I don't just want you to have a book. I want you to make money with your book. I'm the only book writing teacher who is himself a New York Times bestselling author. I'm the only book writing teacher who has written a Chicken Soup book and a For Dummies book. No one in history has ever done that. I'm the only book writing teacher who gives you an official book launch. I'm the only book writing teacher who gives you 100% of your sales, not 6% of your sales. I'm the only book writing teacher who gives you a full-time coach, that's a personal book architect, to ensure that your book gets done. It's 2,800 or 4 easy equal installments of $787 at the all-important Platinum Plus level. And you know the link, aaron.com/101010 program. At the Platinum level, it's only $997. And yes, there is a payment plan for that one as well. And you go to the same link. I'm the only book writing teacher who will do the forward for you. I am the only book writing teacher who will give you the entire program for free. You might say, well, if you're going to give me for free, why didn't you tell me that in the first place? So let me explain how you get it for free. Register right now. Get in right now before the red banner is put up that says sorry, sold out. Get in right now. And then when you tell your friends that you've written a book, they're all going to say, oh my gosh, you're amazing. And then they're going to say, I want to write a book too. And then all you have to do is say to them, well, I may not have been able to write my book, certainly not so fast and not so well, without the help of this guy, Raymond Aaron. And they'll say, well, I'd like to get his help. As soon as 2 of them, not 20, not 100, 2, as soon as 2 of your friends decide that they want to write a book using my program, you get all your money back. I personally write a check and mail it to you. You get all of your money back. Wow, wow. Now, I can't afford to give them the Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide, the $3,000 gift, but they get everything else. They get every single thing else. You get a better deal than they do. And not only that, as soon as 2 of them register, I send you all your money back so you can get it completely for free. I'm the only book writing teacher who will show you how to write a great book in only 10 hours. I'm the only book writing teacher who will show you how to hold your physical, published, finished book in your hand in only 10 weeks. But wait, there's more. Wow. You can reattend Get Your Book Done Bootcamp as often as you wish for the rest of your life at no extra charge. You can reattend the Get Your Book Done Bootcamp as often as you wish for the rest of your life and write as many other books as you wish. Wow. So It's $2,800 for the all important Platinum Plus level, or 4 easy installments of $787. At the pay in full, you get my $3,000 Ultimate Authors Marketing Guide. There's an 11-point guarantee for the upper level, the second level, the Platinum Plus level, and no matter what the tuition is, you get it all back as soon as 2 of your friends register for the program. And that's the link, aaron.com/101010 program. And at the lower level, it's only $997, and there is a payment plan, and it's exactly the same link. So this is the best deal I've ever offered. And I've got one other help for you. If you have a financial question, like, can I put it onto 2 credit cards? Email help@aaron.com and we'll take care of that for you. Can I wire transfer you the money? Email help@aaron.com. Can I e-transfer you the money? Email help@aaron.com. Can you give me the address of your office and I'll walk in and give you cash? Email help@aaron.com. I get a big commission check. Can I give you a deposit today and pay all of it tomorrow? Yeah, email help@aaron.com. Whatever your questions are, email help@aaron.com, and we will privately and personally and wholesomely take great care of you. That is my entire presentation. That is the link, as you know. This is the best deal I've ever offered, and it's now your chance to get into my incredible program. Wow. My staff has put in the link, aaron.com/101010 program, and they've also put in the email address, help@aaron.com. So that's all you have to do. Click on the link and get into the program, or email help@aaron.com and we'll take great care of you. If you actually want to ask me a public question right now, just put your question in the chat and I will answer it right now. Or just continue filling out the form at aaron.com/101010 program and get into the program. Douglas Mercer says, wow, with 3 accompanying exclamation marks. Douglas, you're my new best friend. Yeah, get into it immediately. Anyone else? If you have a question, Romero says, I need your help. Okay, you can either type your question in, or you can email help@aaron.com and ask your question privately, whichever one you want. Grace says, I want to have a ready manuscript. How do I get help? Oh, maybe she says, I already have a manuscript. How do I get help? Email help@aaron.com. We'll take great care of you. Paul says, do it, friends. I did. Oh, thank you, Paul Moretto. Grace says, yes. That's very nice. I like when Grace says yes. If you have a question that's a public question, then you can just type it in the chat and I will read it out and answer it. If it's a private question, email help@aaron.com. And Romero says, hi, am Romero mom. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. I think what you're saying is you're Romero's mother. Okay, if you have a question, ask me your question. If you want to do it privately, just email help@aaron.com. Mildred says, can I listen and attend the 2-day seminar if I haven't signed up yet? Well, first of all, it's a 3-day seminar. And second of all, of course not. It's like saying, I don't want to pay for a ticket to a movie. I just want to go into the movie. No. So if you register for the 10-10-10 program, then you can go to the 3-day boot camp at no extra charge. Grace says, I signed up. No, not Grace. Gail, Gaelle. Gaelle Carey says, I signed up. Yay, congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, and she's from Belgium. I've got a lot of clients from Belgium. Yes. Okay, so if you, Ava says, it is worth it. I am a lifelong member. Oh, good. Ava is in the 10-10-10 program and she just wants to tell you that it's a great deal. Lance says, I signed up. Lance from Canada. Well, thank you, Lance from Canada. I'm Raymond from Canada. Thank you for registering for this amazing program. If you've decided to do it, just go to aaron.com/101010 program. If you have any questions that are private, email help@aaron.com and we'll take care of you. If you have a question that's not particularly private, then you can just ask me here and I'll answer it for you. Romero says, please help me fill out the form. So Romero, we will take care of you. My staff has taken note that you need some help and my staff will be in touch with you. Romero Senior, someone on my staff, Aisha, Jody, please make sure you contact Romero Senior. And Lance says, I started my manuscript and this will light the fire. Thank you, Aaron, for igniting the fire to complete my book. Great. Well, thank you, Lance. We will help you. And David Dye says, a great session for 10-10-10 program must take to speed up your success journey. Great. David is a wonderful client and friend of mine. He's a financial planner. Yes, if you want to just announce that you have registered, please do. Romeo says, my name is Shelley Ann Bailey. Okay, well, Shelley Ann Bailey, please email help@aaron.com, Miss Shelley Ann Bailey, and we will take good care of you. Shelley Ann Bailey, please email help@aaron.com, and we will take good care of you. Okay, I'm so excited. Now the enrollments are pouring in. It takes a few minutes for people to fill out the form. Oh, they're pouring.